Hello everyone, this is Leaf on the Wind here, now bringing you my channel update for May 2nd. It currently is. It has not been a good couple of weeks, but life has been life. Alright, so first things first, I did lose my job here, my main source of income, which has led to, well, honestly, a lot of free time, but not a lot of gaming time, and that will lead into part 2 of this video, where I rage about something else. I'm working on every side source of income I can come up with, and I have enough money through the end of the month, at this point. I should be getting unemployment here, but I really have to find another job. I'm going to have to be focusing on that. Might be moving. Here we're going to see how this goes. I had to put up with my mother this last weekend. She finally pushed me to the absolute edge. Like absolute edge. And if you guys know me personally, you know what I'm talking about. So I might be moving here. We're going to see how this goes and if it blows over. Get some other kind of problems going on, which I don't want to get into here, but it's nothing concerning me anyway. At that point, it's just other family stuff, which frankly I don't want to deal with. So I'm not going to deal with it. That's the way that works. I'm just not going to deal with it. So, oh god, that's the way that works. Oh god. Alright, so you guys have noticed probably by this point, I have been uploading Victoria to the Brazil playthrough, where we become a Superpowers Brazil. That became a pretty weird playthrough. I hope you guys do enjoy that. And then that will lead into the next bit of this. Hello, Anno 2205 here. This is what Anno 2205 is looking like right now for me. I got a new video card, 464 gig OC. I don't remember who the heck was the manufacturer, EVGA, I think. I don't remember. I'll have to double check that. But this apparently is a problem with the AMD drivers on it right now. I got that card, and I'm like, sweet, and I sold my other card. Well, I should say I put it in the system and sold that. That was part of me getting extra income here. And this is what it freaking looks like now. So now I have a video card I can't use to record the main video that I want to make. And this goes doubly so with this. Actually, okay, it's weird. I loaded up 1404 on this, Dawn of Discovery, and it said it didn't have the minimum specs in order to run 1404. It wouldn't actually launch 1404. So this is just a level of nuts. I think I know what it is. And at least with 1404, I know the green dots you see there everywhere. That is a problem with the driver itself. It has to be. I'm gonna do a little experimentation, roll back the drivers a few versions, and see if I get anywhere. Another YouTube video put up showing the exact same issue, and said I think it was like the 1621 drivers don't have this issue. So I'm gonna roll back and see what we get. But I gotta fight this thing, and frankly, I don't have the time to be ripping my computer apart constantly with this. Well, okay, I take that back. I have time to rip a computer apart, but only if I have time to rip that computer apart, and then it makes me money in the process. While I do make money doing this, I don't make a lot of money. The key thing to this whole thing is the fact I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 systems here, including an 8th one, which may or may not be sold, of used computers sitting in my basement right now that I need to sell, and a card printing system, which I have to sell, and a whole bunch of cases. Oh god, I just realized I haven't put that card printing system up on eBay yet. Okay, Leave on the Wind has to do that. Okay, that's my life. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I have 7, 8 systems depending on this server. I have a server here which is huge, and I feel bad about if I just scrap it, because it's a nice 16 gigs of RAM, quad-core Xeon, but it has small business server 2008, which not anyone's looking for really. So, and I don't have any hard drives for it, but it's a very nice. I mean, it's a fairly decent server for what it is. So, anyway, that's just me and my fairly decent server conversation. But, yeah, that's what I've been spending a lot of time ripping that apart, and basically I've just had my computer up and running, and I'll have like Stellaris up and running. Because the way I play on that, apparently it's not the way Paradox wants me to play on that. So literally, I'll have a 16-hour game where I maybe am doing about 4 hours worth of stuff in it, just because I'm just sitting there waiting for stuff to research and waiting for the end game to happen, so I can like play with like end game results and stuff. So I'm just sitting there with like random things, just like, yeah, guess what? You are my slave, and now I have to wait 5 hours to find out if I can do anything to you. So, God. All right. So that's what's kind of going on with that, and as you can see there from 2205, I mean, I'm not recording with the way that's looking. I gotta figure that mess out. But we are ready for part 50. I am up and running and prepared for part 50 here now at this point. It's just I gotta fix this. I gotta figure out what's wrong with this thing and why it's not working. And I'm actually okay. Leaf on the Wind gets easily distracted. I'm looking at a heatsink here from when the computers are tore apart, and I just realized, yeah, I probably shouldn't be using this heatsink on an i7 when it's just a aluminum block heatsink. I should probably find one of the copper heat pipe ones. Yeah, okay, we'll be doing that later. We're gonna find the copper ones. God, I gotta make sure I don't build crappy systems for people. That would be bad. But yeah, that's my life right now. Might be moving at the end of the month. We gotta see what happens here. There's just it's family drama, and I don't. You guys should not even know about it. But I gotta yell at the world, kind of thing. So I swear to God, my mother says one more thing, I'm just cutting her out of my life. I'm done with that woman. She's driving me nuts. So, all right, everyone. This has been my update. Hopefully, I will. Clearly, Victoria 2 is going to continue. I have enough. I have Brazil going right now. I have the United States recorded and encoding right now. So I have a Victoria 2 playthrough of Brazil all the way through, the United States all the way through. I just got a request for the Netherlands, so that'll be number 4. And I'm sorry, I'm just so addicted to Victoria 2 right now, guys. Especially you guys who want to see the Anno playthroughs. But again, the technical problems, and I'm addicted to Victoria 2. It seems to be a lot easier for me to do the batch recordings in Victoria 2 than it is to the Anno videos. So, I mean, that's the way it is. But once I figure out the technical problems, 2205 will be coming back. Gotta hit 1404 at this point. I got the time. I can do it. I gotta hit 1404. Redoing the first 2 missions of the campaign so the volume gets fixed. I will be doing that. Doing all the side missions. Doing Venice. And going all the way through. And then doing a continuous game in it. And that might take a while. I'm not going to lie. That might take a while. But we'll see what happens here with all my spare time. And on top of that, I might do another 2170 playthrough here, because I have to go through all the previous ones. But if I do that, I want to wait until I get my new computer, the Ryzen upgrade, which will require my job. So that might be much later in the year, and that's much more forward thinking. But we'll see what other games come out here. I might do another Banished series, which, again, time being a factor kind of thing. We'll see what happens. So, I hope you guys are enjoying the channel. If you do choose to support me, go ahead and jump over to my Patreon. I'm sorry I haven't done anything with the Patreon yet. But it's, again, a time factor. Plus, I mean, I don't know what I want to put up there at this point. I don't know what I can put as a incentive to do other than say, hey, I make all these videos. If you guys enjoy watching them, throw me $1 a month. I mean, $12 a year, big freaking whoop, everyone. But if I could turn this into a career at this point, you guys see videos every day. Well, you see 3 videos every day, probably 3 or 4. I don't know. I would have to see how the math works out on that, but 3 or 4 or something like that. But there's no way I would I'm not gonna lie. If I could do this as a career, I would, but this would not be the only thing as I do for a career. This would just absolutely smother my gameplay at this point. I would not enjoy the game at all anymore, period, the end kind of thing. So, I hope you guys are enjoying it, though. If you guys do choose to support me, go ahead and pop on to Patreon. If you guys have any ideas for things I could put on there, that would be helpful, other than just merchandise, which I was looking into here. Let me know, and we can go from there. So I will catch you guys later for my next video, which will be, in this case, a Victoria 2 one, but hopefully a 2205 one pretty soon. So I will catch you guys later. Bye.